Hi guys, welcome to the Lightroom. My name is Chisom and I'm excited to be in front of you this day. Whenever you're watching this, Merry Christmas in arrears and Happy Boxing Day if you celebrated that. Fun fact, I used to think that Boxing Day was like literal wrestling Boxing Day. I didn't know that it had to do with unwrapping presents or wrapping presents. Like if you are like me and you're just finding out, I'm not just finding out, but if you're just finding out, please let me know in the comment section. I want to know that I am not alone. So this video is going to be quick. I want to recap what my Christmas was for me. I had several highlights and I also had some low moments. So let's start with the low moments. This Christmas, I was home alone-ish. My husband traveled for his brother's wedding and sadly I couldn't make it with him. And so I was really sad. I think I cried on Christmas evening because I had imagined that we would spend Christmas together and all of that. And that didn't happen. Our Christmas was spent together over Zoom. No, not Zoom, WhatsApp video call. So that was a bit sad for me. But the highlights, there were a number of highlights. Number one, TLR Christmas held on the 23rd and it was amazing. We got to spend time with the children in Ajegunle and we celebrated the gospel with them. We had fun, we danced, we ate. It was just amazing and I'm so thankful to everyone that contributed to making that a success. I am so grateful. Then another highlight for me was our carol service in the Vivified Church. It was such a powerful reminder for me why Christmas happens. The very first carol service Vivify had on MixLR, this was like 2 years ago. I remember that day I was very sad. Like I was super sad about the day Christmas. I don't know what's with me and Christmas for the past few years, but I was just really sad. I was cooking. I was just doing things that I didn't really want to do that day. And then in the evening when it was time for the carol, I tuned in and it just felt like a weight was lifted from my shoulder. I was reminded of something that would never change. So whether I spend my Christmas cooking or I spend my Christmas away from family or I spend my Christmas with family, something would never change. The reason why I celebrate Christmas as a believer, that Jesus came for me and he came for my salvation. So that's just powerful and beautiful and it makes me very, very happy. So onto the purpose of this video. I know the year is ending in a couple of days and that comes with a lot of mixed feelings. So some people, you may feel like really sad about the year ending. You may feel excited about the year ending. You may feel disappointed. And I just want to encourage you to confront those feelings head on. So why do you feel sad? Why do you feel disappointed? Why do you feel happy? Like take time to track what this year was like for you. Because if you don't do that, you may be tempted to think it was all good or it was all bad. But when you take time to document, you can use pictures to do that. So your pictures from January, February, and just go through what happened this month. How did I come out from it? Did I meet my goals? Did this happen? Did I do something new? Just take time to take stock of your year. It helps you be grateful, because if you don't know what you're being grateful for, or if you've forgotten what you should be grateful for, it just makes the whole concept of gratitude very difficult. So I want to encourage you as the days wrap up this year, take stock of your year. And there was something I grew up hearing a lot in my house, like my family house, was every time you wake up or when you wake up is your morning. And I know many people don't agree with that, but like it made a lot of sense for me and it gave me a lot of peace this year, because many times I caught myself waiting for the first of the month or the next Monday or the next Sunday to start a goal that I originally had for the previous week. And one day I just realized that there was nothing so special about the Monday to come or the next first of the month to come that made those goals any more attainable. If I did not change the structures that made me fail the last week, I will still fail again this week. So it was something that I had to realize. The gift of a new day is beautiful. Whether that new day is December 30th or January 1st, they are both gifts, gifts of life, gifts of second chances. So I don't want you to be on pins and needles waiting for January 1st to come before you do the things you know you're supposed to do. So let's say you haven't been praying as much. Don't wait for January 1st. I think about it this way. If you have someone you're trying to set P for, right? Like there's someone you like, a crush of yours, and then you guys haven't spoken in 2 days. You don't say, okay, let's start afresh next month because it's going to be a new month and we're going to meet all our communication goals. It doesn't even work that way. Once you identify a gap in the communication between you guys, you fix it straight up to keep that relationship moving. Same way with your prayer life, same way with Bible study. Don't wait for the new year, because that attitude will set you up for failure in the new year. There are reasons why you had a break in your communication, and if you don't fix them now, or at least identify them, you'll fail again in the new year. And this is not even me trying to be an agent of doom. I'm just trying to help you not to walk into a series of failures in the new year. And these are lessons I've had to learn for myself as well. And then lastly, hopefully, one thing that has guided me to achieve so many things that I didn't even know I was going to achieve this year is just going through with it. Like one time I was praying much earlier in 2023, and the Lord told me, this was actually in December 2022 into 2023. And the Lord just taught me something so profound. He said, when I give you instructions and you don't finish them in a certain time frame that you felt you should have finished them, don't go seeking new instructions when you've not completed what I've asked you to do. So, and I got that teaching or that correction in my heart in December 2022. So imagine me trying to go into the new year already asking God, what do you want me to do this year? Where do you want me to go this year? And there were things on my journal from 2022 that I had not finished. So the Lord urged me to complete those things. And from there, you move to the next assignment. And in the same vein, I want to urge you to do those things as well. If there are things that God laid on your heart to do in 2023 and you did not finish them, if there were goals you had on your heart that you did not finish in 2023, I urge you, I encourage you, I'm pleading with you, start with those goals. Because, as I said before, and I'm going to say again, and many other people may probably be saying around now, there is nothing inherently special in the first day of January that would make all your goals come true or make all your bad habits disappear, right? So start from where you stopped and keep moving, keep pushing, because God understands. So in those areas where you felt disappointed, those areas where you felt like you haven't met up to what God has asked you to do, instead of bearing that condemnation that, oh my gosh, I've not met what I was supposed to do, how do I know I won't fail in this new year? Carry those woes and worries to the Lord in prayer. It reminds me a lot about the psalmist David, King David, and how everything he went through, he ended up carrying it to the Lord in prayer. So you'll see some psalms starting with rage and how he's talking about how he feels the Lord has abandoned him, how he feels that the Lord did not show up here or there. And then he ends in praise, because in that rage, he begins to now suddenly recount all the times that the Lord came through for him. And then remembering that, he then begins to petition the Lord for help. And that's really what I want you to do in the next couple of days before the new year. So go through your year, do some form of housekeeping or bookkeeping, if you call it that, and just take stock of your year. It helps your heart be grateful. And in places where you feel there have been gaps, start your new year or start the 30th of December working on them. I'm praying and hoping that this new year is productive for you. I'm praying and hoping that this new year is full of answered prayers, full of new goals achieved. And I just really pray that at the end of 2024, you'll feel more fulfilled than you currently feel. If you feel very fulfilled this year, I am so happy for you. And if for some reason, you're very sad this year, maybe you've gone through some loss or you are grieving, my heart really prays for you right now. I pray that the comfort of the Lord will be with you. I pray that the peace of the Lord will be with you. And again, I'm thankful for you being on this journey with me all through the year. It's been an exciting year for me. Hosting you guys here on the Lightroom, it's been an exciting year for me, and I'm ready for more in the coming days. I want you to be a part of everything we're going to be doing. I can't wait to share more and more with you. So till my next video, which I'm not sure when I'm going to put out, but it will be very soon, a week from this. So till my next video, Happy New Year in advance. Bye-bye.